I think this could work. One tournament, 3 rally teams, competing for the title of Horizon Rally Champion and the services of the top driver at the festival. You'll have to spread yourself around, superstar. Try a bit of everything. A real question here. Who will it be first?
Time to find out who's the best racer on these rally teams, superstar. You've done a great job so far, but you have to make sure the rest of the festival is watching first. I've already scouted some sealed surface routes, fast, tight, and technical. Get out there and show them who owns Sierra Nueva.
We pinned a challenge to your dash. If you'd like to change it, you can go to the team screen. While you're here in Sierra Nueva, why not take a Horizon tour? Don't worry, me and the other team bosses will give you time off.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left. Recalculating route. In 100 meters, turn right. In 200 meters, turn left. Turn around when it is safe to do so. You have arrived at your destination.
Same surfaces, same courses, but you face off against other drivers. A bit of extra motivation, you know?
Let's see, what have we got? Long straights, power curves, and sharp corners. There's a nice view at the Oasis, but if you slow down for it, I'll be very disappointed. Five, four, three, two, one, go!
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Last season, team principal Jonathan Wheatley, who had almost 2 decades at Red Bull winning titles all over the place, technical director James Key, he was the same at Renault when Fernando Alonso was winning world titles, and head of Audi F1 is Mattia Binotto, who was team principal at Ferrari, of course. The car, the R26, the engine, and Audi. So they're certainly, Raymond, not here just to make up the numbers, are they? They've assembled a team.
Is based in Switzerland, which is unusual, and for a long time they were there. They kind of made it through Formula 1, but to get Jonathan and Matteo to go out there and set up this team.
Hey champion, I just got a notification. Ready to pick an adventure?
It's a bit of a pinch yourself moment, to be honest. It's been a long journey to get here. There's been so much hard work carried out over the winter. And, you know, for a long time we've been talking about the future Audi Formula 1 team, the future Audi F1 project. Well, it's here, it's real, and we're in Melbourne.
And you've been at the team nigh on a year. Just tell us a little bit more about the ramp-up for this moment.
I think it probably started in Spa in 20. EU manufacturer to this new set of regulations. I think you know, the financial regulation framework and the new PE regulations are fascinating for Audi and provided a platform. I think they committed to full 100%. We find ourselves here now as a works Formula 1 team, the Audi Revolut Formula 1 team, with our own power unit, our own chassis, our own gearbox. And yeah, the
by the amount of love there is for this team already on weekend one, just coming down the Melbourne Walk. And
we've got a long way to go. I think our approach is right. You know, we're focused on our own efforts. We're looking internally. We're not really looking at what everyone else is doing at the moment. And we started off with, I think, what we can say is a confident beginning yesterday.
Hey champion, this is the Eliminator, an epic event that puts you versus everyone to see who is crowned the winner. They're taking sign-ups if you're interested.
Hola! Want to play hide and seek? Bring 5 of your friends and meet me here.
you've set yourself so right.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Someone tweet me this note. Coche clásico alemán. German classic abandoned near the festival. What could that be?
Yes, me personally. What do I do? Stay there, stay there. You know,
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Ready and we're here for our first race. So excited to see it.
As the season ended, more than that's not have you set yourself any goals?
I think
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
personally, so excited to see the car program today.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
It's not tricky, but I would say let's see it. Best of luck.
Well, again,
In 100 meters, turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
Why should your workday be like everyone else's? This is more than just a job. This is an career. Make your impact.
You want to set up a new street racing outpost, eh? Let's say I know a guy in Guanajuato.
Why don't I hook you up with Ramiro and the extremely mysterious unknown racer who runs meetups in Guanajuato?
Basil,
400 meters, turn left.
Best prices at Harvey Norman now.
(7-Eleven and Mobile, fueling champions, fueling you. Proud race partners of Oracle Red Bull Racing.
When you're with Amex, doors just open. When there's a show,
200 meters, turn left. Turn left.
resale tickets, like
In 400 meters, turn right.
when you're heading on a trip, you can join trips for that. Access
Turn right.
Express.
See, Nick. Have a check. Easiest if everybody just moves down one? No, okay.
Turn brake towing capacity. It's ready to work hard and play harder. The question is, are you ready for it? Toyota Tundra, ready for everything and available now. Toyota.
Formula 3 is one of the most competitive junior motorsport series in the entire planet. 30 drivers are going to be vying for their spot in Formula 2, maybe even Formula 1. Australia's hopeful Victorian James Walton is joining us. Mate, fantastic to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
it's cool to be back home, to be honest. It's not many opportunities I get to come back to Melbourne, and then to come back to Melbourne and be racing in this thing is just incredible.
It surely is incredible. Let's have a little bit of a walk around the chariot here. Some quick figures for us.
Welcome back, champion.
380 horsepower, 0 to 200 in 7.7 seconds. I mean, those numbers are absolutely insane.
Yeah, exactly. Like, especially the 0 to 100 is more impressive for me, and on the starts, that's what we really look at to see if you've had a good start or not. And in this car, it's quite easy to do the starts. There's actually a hand clutch, which not many people know. So similar to Formula 1, we only have 2 pedals as well, which makes it a little bit more easy for the drivers, but the engineers back in the garage are a little bit more difficult job.
Now, this series is all about the tools that you have available to race, and sometimes the racing is so close, it's almost like chess. I mean, particularly with DRS at the back of the car there, you're having to manage all of that whilst racing some of the best drivers in the world. What's it like?
Yeah, to be honest, the DRS is very important for us. As you said, it's super close racing, so if we don't have anything to help us overtake, it's near impossible. So the DRS was probably the best thing that's happened for these junior categories, and especially in Albert Park, Melbourne, we have 4 DRS zones, and similar to Monza, where the slipstream is a big advantage, and around here is about 1.2 seconds worth of DRS. So
that's huge.
In a racing situation, it's very hard to make that gap in the front. So to be honest, it makes for some cool racing, and as you said, it's all done by us, so very easy to manage.
And one of the things that was interesting, we were talking earlier, you were having to judge whether or not you're then having to activate on the steering wheel. So sometimes you're just pulling the DRS button in hope that it will open.
Yeah, pretty much. It's very impossible for us to know if we're within a second of the car in front, and if we're not within a second, it doesn't open. So there's a pedal on the steering wheel. When you pull it, nothing really happens if you're behind with more than 1 second, but then when you're within 1 second, it opens. So every lap we're pulling it just to try and get it. Even if we know we're not within 1 second, we still pull it.
Well, it's an unbelievable car, mate. You're an unbelievable driver. We can't wait to see what you can do here at Albert Park. Good luck with the weekend.
Yeah, thank you very much, and I hope you guys have fun watching F3.
Thanks, Shannon, for that look at the F3 machinery with Aussie James Morton there. We are about to go racing. It is Generation Next. Is heading out onto the Albert Park track. It's a huge quali day here at the Australian Formula 1 Grand Prix. We'll see what's happening across the day. Right now it is time for the F3 sprint race. Coming up at 12:25, the F1 is in the track for FP3. Until 10 we've got the F2 sprint, and then it's the big one. Qualifying gets underway just before 4, where the grid's fully locked into the race. There are 2 Aussies on track right now, James Morton and Patrick Hoytzenroder in the Formula 3. It starts from P8, Hoytzenroder from P24, making a statement in the race, and also opportunity for him is an awesome pathway to Formula 1, and it starts now.
It's a mid-grid appears, and we're getting ready now for the formation. After that, it will be 20 laps of racing. Yeah. James Watson, we saw there getting a good practice start. He was looking like he was trying to overtake already. He's ready for this one. He's the home hero, looking for an opportunity to take a podium. But there's a car already in strife, not able to get away from the grid. Can't quite catch who that is. Is that a... I think it's Nakamura. Yeah, it is. And if he's passed by the whole field, which it looks like he's about to be, if the colour goes past him, he will have to start from the back of the grid. And as you can see, a lot of fluid coming out the back there, so overheating a little bit. Air temperature 20 degrees today here in Melbourne, track temperature 32 degrees. A splendid day to go racing. To look out today, the look out tomorrow. It's interesting to see what's going to use this new start the season. It's going to be short racing, 1 and 2 racing, and drivers now starting with better delivery.
Yeah, obviously very exciting, the fact that maybe I can win tomorrow, but I don't want to do a typical rookie mistake of over pushing the first 10 laps and then taking the rear tires. So I'll see how the tires are feeling and just try and do the best with what I have.
Yeah, obviously, starting from pole position is an advantage towards the championship, towards getting as many points as possible. And yeah, of course, we don't have any points yet on the pocket, so tomorrow we just need to put everything together, trying to claim a good first turn, a good first lap, and then from there just trying to build the momentum, trying to build our own race. And of course, I have Enzo behind me as a teammate, so trying to secure one to the team will be really important as well.
And you can see we have 4 DRS zones in F3. No changes there at all. We're on the medium.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Conditions to what they might have expected in practice and qualifying, though, Chris.
Yeah, we've had the Australian Aussie supercars out there between
100 meters. Turn left.
You've got the different surface. It can feel a bit different. Usually means it's less grip.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
This race weekends, which is the circular evolution in practice, which should be 4 tenths clear. That time would have only been 22nd. Otherwise, was only a few months later on, so I would expect to see the evolution continue throughout today as we enter the day.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Finisher, Walker 3, the Ligny, starting getting ready to make his debut, but a lot of life will be on James Ward's appears now. The first Australian to finish on the podium in F1 and 2 and 3 here at the Australian Grand Prix.
He's on pole. He's got no shots in third place, the highest seeded returning driver. Team
You have arrived at your destination. Arrived early. Horizon Arcade will begin soon.
Side by side through the end of the first sector, and you're right, Chris. I think Wharton's not had a great start. It's not as strong, and he's still up there. I also saw Greenwich going deep in towards turn 1, taking a move on his teammate, but that actually held them both up. But now Del Pino has got his teammate right in his rear view mirrors. Everyone's stringing out. No DRS this first lap, reminder. Yeah, it will be here on lap 2 where they get the first dose of DRS. 4 zones, 2 detection zones. Let's look at this. LaCorte trying to make a move as we see them through turn 9 and 10 for the first time. The top 3 slightly escaping from Noah Stromstead. Then it's Taito Kato next. Maciej Guanish is up to P6. Wharton, Kilnardi, LaCorte, Sharp round out the top 10 as we are side by side heading down to turn 11 as the 2 framers go side by side. Wharton and Sharp there side by side.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. Horizon Arcade will begin shortly. Good luck. In 400 meters, turn right. Turn In 100 meters, turn right. 400 meters. Turn left. Turn left. In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
He's got a puncture. He's just gone round there, but Nagi that was caught up there. Now rejoining the circuit, and he's going to go to the back of the field. A disappointing start for the Red Bull Junior. They'll start P7 tomorrow. Nagi certainly won't be scoring any points in this race. 17 points. He did a huge amount of that. I think either just equally what they circuit.
Turn left. Turn left. You have arrived at your destination.
Hugely important. So this first event of the year. This is the championship of the champions. Every single champion so far in the FIA F3 Championship has finished on the podium at the first event of the season, whether it be Bahrain or Australia. And only once have they not won the feature race, and that was the year that, of course, our winner in Forza didn't win a single race that year, but he still got a podium. He got a podium in this sprint race, third place. So it doesn't mean you need to win a race, but it means that the drivers that have won a race at the start of the season, the first event, have gone on to then be a championship contenders. And the winner of the feature race that year that Forza didn't win was Luke Browning, and he was in the hunt right to the end of the season. So.
We are off and racing in the Formula 3 Generation X.
Rami, nice ride.
I have to look good for my old compadres. And I thought, what looks better than beating a Horizon superstar into your hometown? First to the Basilica wins.
Do more than send emails. Send critical intelligence. Just
Vámonos! Let's do this!
So, there's a bit of a street scene around here.
Maybe. Back then I was just a little kid learning to drive with my mommy and my tios. I couldn't even reach the pedals. But you know, they do say that the most fierce street racer in all of Mexico comes from Guanajuato.
Ah, do they really?
Pues sí, they say he's never lost a race. Who knows if he'll make an appearance at Horizon?
And does this feared street racer have a name?
Oh, many names. They call him El Jefe, El Perrón, El Guapo, El Valiente. You might meet him one day, but not if you can't even beat me into town. Coming up on Guanajuato. Wait till you see the city at night.
Sleeps right up, start to finish. So you can stay ahead. So you can so you can build lost legs. So you can let their marrow. PwC. So you can.
Welcome to Guanajuato, home of La Familia Mirón. best city in Mexico. The name means Hill of Frogs.
That's not very street racy.
And you've never seen a frog at top speed, superstar. Put a cafe there. Turn off! Turn off!
Sorry, folks.
That's okay. The tunnels were built to keep the city from flooding, but they are perfect for El Jefe and the local street racers. Oh, and watch for traffic. The streets can get busy, but I've heard the racers find it adds to the challenge. I mean, so I've heard.
With Subscriptions Manager, the fag goes down. You can see everything in one place, which means less time worrying about drowned sign-ups and more time worrying about abductions.
You're on the final stretch. The Basilica is just around the corner.
I wish El Jefe could see us now.
Oh, he can, my friend. Now get across the finish line.
Inside the top 10 at the moment.
La Basílica Colegiata de Nuestra Señora de Guanajuato. Racers come here to ask Our Lady for her blessing. You know, I might be able to contact El Jefe. I hear he's pretty strict, but if he thinks you're good enough to join the street scene, then who knows?
Dude, I know it's you.
Está bueno, pues. Then you're in. Come on, let's go meet my compadres. Well, now my darkest secret is out, my friend. I have something else to show you. Follow me.
Where are we going now?
Out of the city, to our racers meetup.
Does your family know about El Jefe?
Are you kidding? My father would be furious, and my Uncle Carlos would challenge me to a race before every family meal.
Well, you can't keep street scene a secret anymore.
You're going to have to show these racers how it's done. They've never been part of a festival before.
I'm sure they'll learn fast.
Lesson número uno. Give the people what they want.
And what do the people want?
Someone willing to bend the rules. And we have company. Meet my compadres. When we started this meetup, we were just a few kids racing around in old ponchos. Since then, the racers, the engines, the party have all grown a little bit. Sorry about all the mystery, by the way. It was nice to visit home as myself for a change.
It was fun. Thanks for showing me your hometown, Remy.
My problema, my friend. Welcome to Horizon Street Scene.
We're seeing some great overtaking out there still. Are we going to see another one here? Tackle hard one on his car. I think Local can he replicate that move that Freddie Slayton did? There goes the Frenchman now for Cal.
Welcome to Horizon Street Scene. Fully approved and ready to go. Take a look.
Just one more to go before he will be into the points.
Wonder if Cortez just pushed his tyres a bit too hard in the first couple of laps, trying to stay up inside the top 10.
I've set up street races all across Mexico. There's a lot of people who want to take you on. No pressure.
They would. I'll come back strong at the end of the race, but I don't think, based on form and testing, that's what's happening. As we see now, Traver being Traver back to the 20 there of Louis Sharp, the New Zealand the ultimate hero, 21 of Jacob.
Racers are swarming.
Sharp is going to take it all the way around the outside. Oh, and Morton showing him to the edge of the circuit.
Oh!
A big incident there for the two Flamers. They went into turn 6 side by side, and now they find themselves both in the barriers, and that's the reaction from the Framer team. Well, two cars going into the barrier. That is the number 20 of Louis Sharp, and second car
breaking into Horizon street scene, even though it's not very underground anymore. Whatever you do, don't tell them. It's important for their street cred.
You have arrived at your destination.
I think from that one because the barriers came up very quickly, but well, look at the damage to the cars there of Wharton and Sharp as they walk away from the incident now.
It's going to be a frosty atmosphere in the flame truck. There we go, just heard team radio there. Not sure which of the drivers from the Australasian continent that was. You okay? Using some colourful language. I think so. You okay?
It's just good to see them both walking away. That is not the start to the season either of them would have wanted. They will now go to the medical centre for checks. But let's have a look at it.
So it's great racing up until they're being caught in Sharp.
Hey, champion. Guess who's halfway towards securing funding for our next adventure? That would be me. Oh, sorry. Everyone thinks your driving is very impressive, too.
Australia's original insurance provider is 13 46 46 or jump online.
Australia needs energy. We need it to create jobs. It's good to drive the industry. We need it to grow and prosper. Because without absence of energy, like the natural gas produced by Australia, for example, we cannot maintain our standard. Not being strong as energy means the amount of generations to come. Challenge and consent. It's Australia's need for energy.
Go Harvey Norman and save up to 15% on premium Miele appliances. Save on Miele washing machines, like this 8-kilo front loader. Save 10%, now under $14.40. Pair it with an energy-efficient Miele heat pump dryer, like this 8-kilo model, now under $16.20. Save on premium dishwashers, now under $1,500. Plus, huge savings on Miele ovens, now under $2,100. Create your dream home with Miele and save up to 15%. Best prices at Harvey Norman now.
When you spend only 0.02% of your time doing bank things, you can spend 41% of your time tickling the freezer, 11% on making power moves, 15% on speaking another language, 38% on and 15% on watching.
In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left. In 400 meters, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
That's the powerful version of American Express.
Welcome back to Formula 3 Sprint Action. The race is about to restart after our Aussie James Horton looked out the red flag.
That's always going to be a pride. That's a feature race for this season. Now here's the rear shot as we go into contact. Shark comes from an off-track position, but he was forced there. Is this the definition of a racing incident? Side by side at this point, Orton didn't give him space. Shark comes from an off-track position, does have an overlap, but only just. Wharton turns in. I can see an argument for both drivers there. But if I agree, my side is 2020, but if I was Shark, I'd essentially go back to he's seen Shark come on, so he's ahead as he turns in. He hasn't got a significant overlap, so I think it's hard to call. It's really, really tough. I'm not a steward, eh?
Yeah, they have all the onboard footage and lots of other cameras, and so the ones we have that are these incidents where drivers in the car. This is in the red flag situation. Bruno Deltino is in good position now. To reset, almost go back to the start of the race. The lead them away and the results were very slow.
Yeah, Deltino's the one that effectively loses most of it. It's the nice thing. He'd broken the DRS gap. DRS working on the stage of the race, but he was in control, and now he has to basically do it again. Partially thanks to a brilliant getaway from just a tiny top. His teammates really would be right to believe his rear wing, so he's going to have to then lock that down. Potentially DRS state. His shoulders. Down the order. So still take that. Mistake or but Ugo's lap was at the start of the session 10 miles. That was between the two. So this year, the additional equipment, I think, is returning from the championship. The team is in New Zealand, New Zealand championship. So many of the drivers in the championship at the stage early stages.
question that level is it's use of brain, teaches your brain something later.
Further investigation. Drivers in the pit lane, if you're just joining us, the incident with Wharton and Sharp at turn 5, and both drivers out of the car and okay, but the clear-up operation going on at two barriers as well. Freddie Slater on screen there. What a young driver he is, and took it up in a bit of a situation.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 100 meters, turn left. In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left. In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right. At the roundabout, take the first exit. In 400 meters, turn sharp right. Turn sharp right. You have arrived at your destination.
Save up to 15% on premium Miele appliances. Save on Miele washing machines like this 8 kilo converter. Save 10% now under $14.40. Pair it with like this 8-kilo model, now under 1620. Save on premium dishwashers, now under
Here we go,
1500.
Basil. We're
Huge savings on appliances, now under 21.
We're gonna go the other side.
The best prices on every model now.
Tundra.
Oh.
Toyota's flagship. It's here and it's ready for everything. It's a powerful performance hybrid engine.
Each time you see it, it's just as bad as it's getting to get the guys to those barriers in a slip position as well. There you can see the rear right fork just completely destroyed.
Especially because it's the as well. You get one cards and it's one it's really, really signal what's typically it's going to be this year. It's definitely challenge. She's right on that. See it. She's got to do a great job so far. It's been just so the same kind as the other thing. This is just a transfer of last couple forward. It's the expectation of second place. The GP3 championship races into races in sort of level races. He's looking to ensure that your career has got a taste of that for this year. I would like to see season next year to make this experience. That person in shop can tell the time sensitive as just getting information through from the race control that this race will want to be resumed. You can see at the top of the screen the alteration of the race control. So yeah, it's so it's going to be the end of the race there. Resumed. It's a race. It's still oriented top of the this race. But it's this race was strokes there this race. A shame it will not be resumed, but one of his other sport racing I want to, just like they did in the Barcelona sprint race last season, which was the last time I saw them, so it's definitely just two mistakes he's made this season. There's steps for teams throughout the road, really step up so our team last time scored very yeah, once again it's yeah, it should be a high which is going to be margin racing. They were looking at potentially 18 teams that's the second one, 19 but he's still seen it WNT his first FIA stakeholders is the last season in the sprint race, but that is indeed a first starts the season actually I want to finish with his teammate so that's going to be the top 10 most the title game totally last scores and big he was quite sharp later, so the races after a late line was open to Charlotte classified second. But top 5 drive to score points and 5 points back to small racing so he's in his race and they officials will so much to be there start to control the race control it's out of it's got so we need that sort of race to that start to the season as we go towards tomorrow because this is, as you said, just 3 weeks
not as many points where they this one. But tomorrow is where the drivers start as they will. So luckily Sunday, each has 25 points to take with Jimmy. That's what it's taking now to start very much stuck in teams, but it's going to push hard. Those teams Snakes has looked very strong as well. Because the last few years we've seen drivers champions, and he's the highest placed driver on Chip Rubbish. It's very impressive. It's one point place. It's like we've spoken about already. Down to also Devon teams this year as well. So to try and get down to this championship. I think there might be a chance for him to recover going on very well. Sense tomorrow going on very well. Stops up. If that will come away tomorrow, so it's today. It is a shame when we see incidents
We've gone to see in racing action just Julian now. The race leader at the time is probably every race for just 9 laps. Ends up being second.
spend 17.5% of your time in the restaurant. 6% taking your stress out on strangers. 10% on the arts. 38% dwelling on that terrible thing you said to your girlfriend at the party. And 20% begging for your colleagues at work. Especially Brenda.
Go Harvey Norman and save up to 15% on premium Miele appliances. Save on Miele washing machines. Like this 8-kilo front loader. Save 10% now under $14.40. Pair it with an energy-efficient Miele heat pump dryer. Like this 8-kilo model now under $16.20. Save on premium dishwashers now under $1,500. Plus huge savings on Miele ovens now under $2,100. Create your dream home with Miele and save up to 15%. Best prices at
7-Eleven and Mobile, fueling champions, fueling you. Proud race partners of Oracle.
Take it in a different way, so it's great to be back. Well, wrestling can also it's very rare in your career to be in this situation. Start with something completely new, and it's exciting. You know, every team member is excited for the future. And I think it's going to be fun, right? Like to see the progress, race by race, year by year. That's going to be something quite rewarding when we see it. Sergio is really crazy to work with during certain stages of our career. He's got plenty of experience. He's been in different teams. He's had his ups and downs in the sport like me, and we really work together for the team, I believe. Teams, new cars, everyone has a new engine. It's not been trouble-free so far. You know, we've been solving issues. It's been a lot to that. But it's heavier than that anyway, but now it's just a bigger step. Like after a few days of testing already. We don't think stuff is all good.
First win in Australia. Well done, Valtteri. You won the 2019 Australia Grand Prix. Great job, bravo. How about that?
Yeah, that was probably one of my best, if not the best race I've ever had to date in Formula 1. It was a pretty clean win. Yeah, amazing feeling, of course, and great memories. So gives me confidence to go back to it. It's a great event. Energy, all the more. It's always amazing, and I feel like I've got good support as well from Australia. I got to spend Christmas and New Year with IRL. It's a new project we jumped into with Tiffany, my partner, and so it's basically a mini which has a house, but also accommodation business. So it's something for the long-term future planning. But it's great to have a stunning place like that to stay when I'm in Australia. Really, it's a dream. Well, we're realistic. It's going to take time, so we're going to take it step by step. It is not where we start from. Nothing. It could be challenging, but it is where we end up eventually. It's a journey. I'm committed to give it all I have and improve everything step by step.
is so good to have the bot back on the grid, and here he is arriving with that mullet looking just resplendent. Look how blonde it is, flying out the back of that cap. With the Steiner, he's with Sim Cromwell there, his partner, and that is a big reason he loves it down under, because she is an Aussie, of course, and you know where he's going to be retiring in South Australia. Welcome back to 10th Live coverage of the Australian Formula One Grand Prix. Tim McDonald and Gunter Steiner alongside me. Gunter, did you know when he was at Mercedes that this version of Valtteri Bottas was underneath there? Because they almost had him caged there at Mercedes, didn't they?
Yeah, I think nobody knew what was underneath there, you know, and they let the beast out, you know, and it came out strong, you know, when he came out. Now, I think he was just like this corporate Mercedes, and then when he wasn't there anymore, he just wanted to be himself, and I think that's himself.
Yeah, love seeing Valtteri Bottas as himself. Here is the Cadillac F1 team explainer. So the drivers, Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez. Team principal Graham Loudon. Nick Chester is the technical director. The car is the MAC26. That's an nod to Mario Andretti. And Cadillac, the engine is a Ferrari. Now this is a big step, isn't it? They only got the permission to race a year ago. Yet they're here and doing pretty well when you consider Aston Martin on struggle street. They're doing quite well for their first ever crack in F1.
They will be very happy that Aston Martin are on struggle street. They had the first brand new team in Formula One in a decade since coming out of my run from the start of Haas to Melbourne. An amazing driver lineup though. You would not want anyone else in these cars. Over 500 Grand Prix starts between them, 16 wins, one of the most experienced pairs on the grid. And as Valtteri said in that package, this year is a learning opportunity. They know that the journey is long. And it's good to see Valtteri. I mean, not many F1 drivers rock up in Singland Toms, like he was attending the Magistrates Court, not the Melbourne Walk. So
he does like to fit in as an Aussie, doesn't he? Let's talk about the launch that they had. It was at the Super Bowl, it was at Times Square as well. Who got the better PR out of that when it was launched there at the Super Bowl? Was it Cadillac or was it KK and Lewis Hamilton who were there in the stands as well?
Exactly. Yet to see Kim Kardashian here in Melbourne, although Rob Kardashian served me my coffee this morning, so it's nice to see him there. This is amazing. They spent a lot of the marketing budget on the biggest commercial spot in the biggest sporting event in the world, the Super Bowl. Gunter, when you were at Haas, did you have the marketing budget for Super Bowl commercials and Times Square launches?
No, we just had enough money to build a team, you know, never mind about marketing budget, you know. And to be honest, we were not too worried about. Our focus was on, we didn't have a big brand like Cadillac and GM behind us. We were focused here on getting a team together and getting here with what we had available.
But then they said it's like going to the moon. Is that how hard it's going to be for them starting? I mean, they obviously are not just here to make up the numbers. They want to push on and get results down the line. But how far? How long is it going to take these guys at Cadillac?
It will take them quite a bit because they want to start to make their own power unit as well, you know, in the States, and to build it up. They are now branching out some of the headquarters in Indianapolis. So I think they are doing a lot, and they want to do it in a short time. I don't think you can do it in a short time. You can do everything. You've got enough money, but you've got a budget cap. So it will take them some time. It will not be. It will not be in the next 3 years, you know, but it's comparing and going to the moon. I think that was a little bit more difficult in the 60s, you know.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It's so good to see Valtteri Bottas back, as I mentioned. He won here in 2019. It was such an epic victory for him up against Lewis Hamilton. Now, he was with Mercedes again last year as a reserve driver, so does that make him a little bit fresher? He's more connected to Formula One than his teammate who took a year off?
Possibly. They both obviously spent a year out of the car last year. The irony, of course, is that the last time these two raced, they crashed into each other in Abu Dhabi 2024. But Valtteri scored an early win this weekend because his 5-place grid penalty from that race has been scrapped. So he doesn't have to worry about that. We suspect they'll be down the back of the grid anyway, alongside the Aston Martins. But both of these guys, of course, spent a lot of their career as the number 2 driver.
Yeah, that's the tricky thing.
Bottas with Hamilton, Sergio with Max. So they're not going to know themselves having an opportunity to fight for the number 1 spot.
Well, they're both going to work as a team because they have to build up this new team that is Cadillac. Let's talk a bit about Sergio Perez. So he was Max Verstappen's teammate at Red Bull. He got a couple of wins, then said, I'm going to take this world title battle to Max Verstappen. And we know how that worked out, didn't we, Gunter? You don't want to poke the bear when it comes to Max Verstappen. But he didn't have a great exit out of there. He said everything is just so difficult. If you beat Max, it's a problem. If you're not as fast as Max, it's a problem. Do you think he needed that year off to rediscover the love for Formula One?
I think so. I mean, Sergis was this guy. He was good before he went to Red Bull. You know, he was already one of these guys which wasn't never in a really good car. He got the opportunity, and then in the beginning it looked promising, and then I think just the pressure got to him, and he couldn't do it anymore. He couldn't pull it off anymore. You know, so and having a year off and then wanting to be back in, I think helps a lot of people. That helps because you realize actually this is what I want to do.
Yeah, I heard that he was watching every single round last year, and then halfway through the season he realised, you know what, I need to get back in that race car. All right, we are off to a great at World Cup practice spree. It's going to be an absolute ripper. The car back on Sunday, all of a sudden, at Albert Park, they're going.
It's just when there's a show, concert, racing, just
Service now.
Just a little something to get them pumped up for practice. Revolution's fast. That's Prodigy went outside. Garage, you can hear that. Stop now. They are getting ready. All sorts of just to have that split second, I get over but if it was being up, you set the bar just you are the fastest car out there. You're not you're always for want to be in this position after qualifying, but you're not less
Oscar, welcome back to Melbourne Park. The support here is pretty wild. You did it Yes, it's all business. Yeah, business time here at 3 and I was just a few moments ago was doing a lot of data with his engineer and also the decided to go on nice and calm. I tell you what, this MP3 is going to be a huge challenge
to keep the chain yesterday morning. Now the guidance is taking the straight one this morning without getting anything done with the forecast, but there are a lot of things to figure out. Saying that, so the word on the street is that they've actually made significant vibrations that trickle things there. Not been doing 3 yards line and that's from that yesterday. They wasn't trying to be facing down that on straight away. So you'll be trying to maximize the day and be mindful of the time. It's Sammy, insights now. This is what's coming on live on Saturday now. 41 to the sprint after that, and the qualifying at we have yet to stay on the pace. It's clever Friday was a day of exploring this brand new era of Formula 1. Today, we started to break things up to 11. And while the ball gets spin, and a lot of big stuff up, upsets and change. Good form qualifier. It's an open heart. Formula 1 Qatar Airways Australian Grand Prix Super Saturday starts. Practice 3, the last opportunity for teams and drivers to sort out the engineers will just see whether they can do the amount of stuff. So, 25,000 yesterday. Higher out there. Somewhere, so that's had a yesterday, and checked in to that pathway. Pretty straight there. So, they decided to make this good. They decided to make this good. And then it's back to the second round. It's got from scratch. Well, the new Red Bull drivers getting into that such a challenge to get right over the journey. Verstappen's teammate on the topic of he's a agile Red Bull it's a piece. The hardest job in Formula 1 coming in. Quite a big time for this dealership, but approach that. You came in
With you then had a center as your teammate, you had Mansell as your teammate. How do you approach going up against an all-time great within years? Well, I was 33. So 32. I wasn't a young whippersnapper, but I think it is the hardest thing. But I would say that showing signs already of being
Pull in the corner.
to get into qualifying 3 later on this afternoon. Actually drive, but they have loads of experience. And so playing with high wind powers, similar sort of challenges of the technical front of the he's done very well in that field. So it's for a reason. Quite a long time now. So they were one of the people who said you need to make if you want to see it.
And around when it is safe to do so. In 400 meters, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
So turbo power from the exhaust gases. They are just going to go through the helping use Audi win at mostly favored Le Mans Sports Car World Rally Championship. Let's see if they can do it in Formula One. This is due to start
Save on Mila washing machine. Save 2% compared to an energy
It's my superannuation.
Back at the Formula One Australian Grand Prix here on 10. Frenzy to cheer on the hometown hero, the boy from Brighton.
Horizon Mexico can't get enough of you. You're one of the biggest superstars we've ever had. So what if we put you in the Hall of Fame? You're on your way there anyway. Let's just take it one adventure at a time. I've been sitting on this one for a while. It's the showcase I've always wanted to do. See you there.
So they know session in particular. It's a massive...
Great! They're filming for the new Vanguard Force movie, and the star Frankie Beaumont was asking around for you. I still don't think the two of you look anything alike, but Frankie really seems to need your help.
Generally speaking, let's start with the garage, but things are a little bit okay. There's been a little bit of a curveball here. We're going to have to adjust this, and invariably with a race car.
Couldn't agree more. I'll tell Alex the Titan is a go.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but that's about all I can think of for Horizon Wilds. You did it!
Sensing, I think, opportunity. I think there's just a sense of occasion that you can see when that pride, that roaring passion is starting to come out. So I think honestly, this is going to be a massive effect. But as far as I'm concerned,
Just got word that you've approved construction on the Titan. Oh, this'll be fun. See you there.
Hola, amigo. I went to a drag race meetup last night and I talked to some mecanicos about the latest rumors. I think you're gonna like this one.
To ensure that
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
engine.
In 400 meters, turn sharp left. In 100 meters, turn left. You have arrived at your destination.
Sim drivers will be if you're carrying around a bench model around the park. But it's all brilliant, it just doesn't quite This is where they use this term correlation. So they have to prove in reality the data is matching with the theory data that they have from the simulation method. That's how we correlate, so they're looking at downwards and so forth. And everyone will be back to those days,
The Titan!
Very much been on the 30. So exciting to see what Audi and Bortoletto can do as the year unfolds. It's Sergio Perez, good Meanwhile, the Williams decision.
show concept.
Yes! How can you not love cross-country racing when you have such nice-looking country to cross?
seats. And I'm sure they'll get there, but there's a bit of what's he thinking as he walks down there? He's thinking, who's Hamilton is?
Huh?